Hello, how are we doing? I hope you're all doing well and taking care of yourselves. My video today is going to be about creating vision boards. What are vision boards? Vision boards are a tool for zeroing in on what you want from your life. What do you picture your life being like? What are your dreams? It's basically an action plan that helps make it clear to yourself what you want out of life so you can stay focused. The thing that I really love about it is it's a visual for you to always look at. Because for me, I'm a visual learner, so I need to see things a lot. It helps me just remember things in a way that I don't always remember them if they're written down or, in a book somewhere. We all learn in different ways, but if you're a visual learner, this is especially helpful. So a little personal note here about vision boards. I've used this several times during my life. So it's either been during times where I felt lonely, unhappy, or just really unclear about where I wanted to go next and what I wanted out of life. It made me feel more at peace to have new dreams to focus on. Because sometimes, you're going a certain way in life and things happen and you're like, well, what can I do to have a better time going forward and have the kind of life that I want? Now, obviously, you're probably a younger person watching this. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. You're never too old to learn these skills, but sometimes when we're young, we don't really know how to start creating plans and visions for ourselves. We kind of just know, how we grew up and how our parents grew up and maybe a little bit about how our friends grew up, but we don't really know how to hone in on, well, what do I want and how do I start taking steps to get that? So this is a tool for that. To begin the vision board practice. So the first thing is to take some quiet time with no other noise around you, maybe soft music or something, but quiet really helps us hear our own thoughts without the influence of others. And I know that adults and kids alike are always constantly surrounded by noise. We've got our phones, we've got our TVs, we've got our music, and it's hard to remember that sometimes our brains just really need quiet so we can hear what we actually need and think. Truly take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, if that's all you can stand, of just some quiet time to hear your own thoughts and maybe begin with, what do I want? What kind of life do I want in the future? And just start thinking about that, and then you'll be ready for the next step. The next step is, what do I use? How do I make these vision boards? There are so many ways to make a vision board, especially now with technology. There's probably a lot of technological ways that are easier for young people that they would rather use. So I'll get to that in a second. But here's kind of the list. So you could create a poster. Like if you're a person that likes cutting out pictures and gluing them and you want to hang it in your room, that's one way. That's what I used to do when I was younger. Pinterest. If you have a Pinterest or you don't have a Pinterest, either way, Pinterest is a great way to do this. It's basically what Pinterest is. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they started it. Is because you can create these boards that, you give them a title, you pin all sorts of pictures onto that board, and then you go back and look at it, whatever you want. Perfect. I have a Pinterest, and I have so many boards. It's ridiculous. It's like I have one from my home and what I want my home to look like. And I have one for what my dreams are. And then I have some for artistic stuff that I want to learn. You get the picture. So Pinterest is a great app for that. Lists, you can create lists if you're not someone that's interested in doing pictures that much. You have a notes app on your phone. You can create different folders. One could be your vision board, or you could have vision boards for different aspects of your life in forms of lists. There are also apps specifically for vision boards. I actually have one on my phone, so I'll show that. I don't use that too much because I just really prefer like the Pinterest thing. So I just use Pinterest most of the time, but there are cool apps for that. Poems, even writing poetry can be a form of vision boards. Like sometimes I've written some about, how I picture my future, or the I am poem that I mentioned in another video. Um, what you are and what you consider yourself to be kind of plays into what you want out of your life and what your visions are for yourself in your life moving forward. I hope you found this helpful. Even if you're feeling like it's a little silly, don't be afraid to give it a try. It's not silly to think about what you want out of life. You're the one who's going to decide it. So you may as well like make that a practice where you're intentional about it and get what you actually want. Take care. Have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.